The judge made headlines when he directly mocked the so-called Canadian Katy Perry during court proceedings. His remarks toward the legal team highlighted how even in a defamation case rooted in rap battles, the judge appeared to have a sharper grasp of lyrical culture than some of the attorneys involved. The lawsuit centers on Drake's claim that his reputation was defamed by Kendrick Lamar's track, Not Like Us. The lyrics accuse Drake of inappropriate behavior referencing minors, reinforced by imagery such as pins on his home and the music video hopscotch sequence with shipping containers. To Drake, these portrayals crossed into damaging territory. However, irony quickly emerged. Back in March 2009, shortly after his breakout mixtape So Far Gone, Drake himself released a diss record titled Good Riddance. In it, he featured several artists with the goal of undermining rival rapper Aristo's career. The parallels between present claims and past actions add another layer to the unfolding case. Drake was allegedly attempting to end careers before fully establishing his own. According to Rap Genius, Good Riddance marked one of his last diss tracks following his claim that he no longer had time to respond to ongoing beef. The featured artists all had prior issues with rival rapper Aristo. Though neither Aristo nor Drake was widely recognized at the time, the track is said to have effectively ended Aristo's career. Drake's final bar sealed the intention. Good riddance, Aristo, I just retired you. The song structure mirrored elements of Eminem's 8 Mile, where L.A. Brianna rapped against her own setbacks. Drake dismissed material success, relationships, and collaborations, reflecting his early career phase as an unsigned actor still tied to Degrassi. The track also included lines addressing accusations of borrowing flows, even referencing Joe Budden, with Drake acknowledging battle losses while positioning Aristo's failures as inevitable. These early moves revealed a pattern of competitive posturing that has since become central to his career. Drake rapped, "Yes, I took an L on my own, and they didn't damage me. You try to cover up your lies like a canopy." He then followed with a striking bar, trying to pull 17-year-olds down in Bramley. "I know about it, and we don't got it out for you. We're just saying that nobody could vouch for you." This verse included layered accusations. Drake implied dishonesty, hinted at questionable behavior, and accused his rivals of being unreliable, even suggesting they would snitch in court and accept plea deals. The track also revisited themes of underage references using the metaphor of young girls in private school uniforms to craft his wordplay. In essence, the song revealed Drake owning past losses, admitting to borrowing Joe Budden's flow while simultaneously projecting sharp criticisms at his opponent. Ironically, more than a decade later, accusations of snitching and inappropriate behavior would resurface, echoing the very themes he once used against rivals. To bring everything up to speed, the court hearing under review took place on June 30th, 2025. Though over a month ago, it plays a crucial role in shaping the future of this case. Prior to it, the most significant document was Drake's legal team requesting information from UMG. The sequence so far is straightforward. Drake filed the lawsuit. UMG responded with a motion to dismiss, essentially asking the judge to throw out the case as baseless. That led to the first major hearing where both sides argued their positions. UMG explained why the lawsuit should be dismissed while Drake's lawyers countered by detailing why the case deserved to continue. The judge pressed for clarity on the rap battle's context, how certain lyrics could be considered defamatory, and whether the claims held enough weight to move forward. Ultimately, the judge denied UMG's motion to dismiss, allowing the case to proceed. This decision opened the door to new filings, including a document from Drake's legal team demanding extensive records. These requests cover communications involving Kendrick, Dave Free, and even Kendrick's children, along with allegations of abuse and exchanges with online commentators like Screwface John. The request from Drake's legal team became unusual, even asking what UMG knows about rapper and YouTuber Screwface John. But before diving deeper into those filings, the June 30th hearing itself deserves closer attention. This was the first time the public could see how Drake's lawyers interacted with the judge and how the judge viewed the entire case. The exchanges stood out because the judge's approach almost suggested more familiarity with rap battles than the attorneys themselves. The hearing began in typical fashion. Drake's lawyer, Mike Go-Toddle, introduced himself to the court. The judge then laid out the framework, noting this was UMG's motion to dismiss the case. So, UMG would present first, followed by Drake's lawyers, and then a rebuttal. The judge identified 3 key issues for focus. First, whether Kendrick Lamar's lyrics, those Drake labeled as defamatory, should be considered factual assertions or opinions. Second, if that determination could be made this early in proceedings. Third, how New York's Stein-Hilbert factors applied, as these are the state's legal tests for distinguishing facts from opinions. Facts may be defamatory if proven false, while opinions are usually protected speech under constitutional free expression laws. Courts evaluate whether words are precise, whether they can be proven true or false, and if the context shows they are opinions or imply hidden facts. This distinction is central to determining whether the lyrics in Not Like Us could qualify as defamation. With that framework set, it was UMG's lawyers' turn to speak. They began by focusing on Drake's defamation claim, while briefly noting 2 other claims in the lawsuit. Their primary argument tied directly to the judge's earlier questions. Kendrick's lyrics are non-actionable opinions, not statements of fact. In legal terms, a non-actionable opinion is a personal judgment that cannot be proven true or false, such as saying someone is rude. A factual statement, by contrast, would assert something verifiable, like claiming a person stole $500. UMG's counsel stressed that under New York law, determining whether speech is fact or opinion is a matter strictly for the court, not the jury, making it especially appropriate for resolution at this early stage. At the motion to dismiss stage, courts often dismiss cases on the basis that statements are opinions rather than facts. UMG highlighted that in Drake's 27-page brief, he never acknowledged this distinction, even though New York law makes it clear. Determining whether a statement is fact or opinion falls to the judge, not the jury. This means the judge can decide early whether the lyrics are actionable. If deemed opinion, the case could end before trial. Drake's side insists Kendrick's lyrics are factual while UMG argues they are opinion. The judge interrupted, agreeing that precedent supports UMG's point. He referenced 2 cases which we'll call Bryan and Davis. In the Davis case, the court emphasized timing. It was very early in the proceedings and ruled that if the lyrics taken in ordinary context could reasonably be interpreted as defamatory, then a motion to dismiss should be denied. In the Bryan case, the entire defamation lawsuit was dismissed because the standard used was objective. Would a reasonable listener hear the statement as opinion or fact? UMG